I love a metaphor. And so I go, how can we start to rethink of the employee relationship as less an arranged marriage and more about dating? And so when I think about dating, I did not grow up in the world of any sort of swipe right, swipe left. So I'm not going to root on that, but it's like you're looking for compatibility and intrigue and an excitement sort of thing. And then you're looking to match on some things. With dating, it's how do we start to work with people and on what they work best on? Maybe these start with projects that you date to a point that you are creating those milestones to have healthy conversations of, is this what you're interested in? How's it going for me? It's a project that we can do discreetly. Are we going to move forward? It could still progress to a level of marriage. But I think when we think of full-time employment, there's this feel around like you're on retainer. And so sometimes that's where I see a lot of people looking to work on a portfolio of things that align with many different elements of what they can do. And so that's where I think the dating relationship is important. The second piece is around how do you uncover things that might not have been what you hired for? And in my mind, it seems like a simple thing to question, but a lot of people I've run into have these magical superpowers that also could be deployed. But when we create this constraint of this is your job, this is your lane, this is what you're hired for, one, they might not bring that to work. So I'm not getting the value of that, but also I'm not creating and constructing projects. And so I think when I've done more job stacking, it's because I've had an element to myself as a facilitator. So asking yourself, how do we create more of a dating relationship versus an arranged marriage? And how do we bring all of the elements of that person to the job and integrate that into some of the work or the opportunities? I think probably your listeners have more numbers than I do around just the sheer length of time it is taking to find an employee. And in some cases, that's because we're looking for unicorns. Sometimes you're not going to find the PhD level sort of like optical vision machine learning, also with 10 years of significant communication and storytelling expertise, and they've been in branding and at a senior level. We're pulling from like the magnetic poetry of trying to pull together versus getting people in that you want to work with that are really strong and seeing how they do so that you can quickly orient to maybe like a different project or the right team.